goal today was to learn about insulin and the different types. So hopefully you can see that without too much of a glare. There we go. Now, our rapid insulin. I've got some little hints here that I'm going to tell you, some little stories so you can remember it. Those are going to be our logs. So if you ever remember going to the amusement park and doing the roaring rapid log ride, that's kind of how I remember that one. We have 15 minutes onset, peak 1.5, and duration is 4 hours. So we have a theme there with the 15 and 1.5, so that's kind of easy to remember. So my hints for this one is we waited 1.5 hours for a 15-minute rapid log ride. I wish it would have been 4 hours instead. So that's our rapid insulin. Then our short-acting or our regular insulin, with this one, usually we have 1 unit is 10 to 15 grams, so I noted that on there. And then we have 30-minute onset, 3-hour peak, 3 to 6 hour duration. So we have a nice theme again with the threes. So 30 minutes, 3 hours, 3 to 6. You can think of doubling that 3 at the end there for the duration. And my little story for this one is my starchy snack was just filling enough for my 30-minute short commute home. So we think of a regular short commute home, and she has her 15 grams of carbohydrates, a 1 starch exchange on the exchange list, and then if we can remember that theme of the threes. Now our intermediate, hopefully I don't have too much of a glare, there we go. That's going to be our LINs and NPH, and our peak is 2 to 4 hours. Sorry, our onset is 2 to 4 hours, our peak is 8, and our duration is 10 to 16. Let's try that again. 2 to 4 onset, 8 peak, 10 to 16 duration. So if you think about this one, you can be doubling it. So 4, 8, and 16. That's how I'm going to remember the intermediates. Intermediates, I don't really have a great helpful hint for that one, but I kind of put in, no problem, Henry. Lynn loves intermediate 10-hour shifts. So we remember that NPH as a key name for the intermediates. And then our long-acting, so we've got Lantus and Levemir and Long, so they all start with L, so that's nice. And we have 2 to 4 hours onset, no peak, and then its duration is 24 hours. So for this one, we have that nice L theme, which is great. But if you watched the Super Bowl and you saw Maroon 5 and they sang the song that starts out with, spent 24 hours, I need more hours with you. So that's my lovely singing for you, and how to remember our long-acting insulin. So we think 24 hours for that one. So hopefully that's somewhat helpful in remembering the insulin. This is kind of the basics. I didn't really go into too much about that, just kind of how to remember this chart. For me, when I'm taking an exam and I get like a scratch paper or something, I'll just jot down memory dump of everything. So I'll look over this real quick before the exam, go in there, memory dump all the, whatever it's lab values, insulin little chart. I'll probably draw a little grid for this. So that way, if I get a question comes up, I don't really have to go through the whole process of thinking it. I've already got that out of my brain for room for something else. So that's kind of me personally when I go into an exam. Sometimes I'll just do a little memory dump on my paper so that I can go back to it as I get questions on it. So hopefully that is helpful for you.